Hello and welcome, heroes, to the Crit Academy. I am your host, Justin. We are on episode 16 of Descent into Avernus. I will be the Dungeon Master, Total Dumas. Not to be confused with Dumbass. Or maybe it is. Shut up. Really excited. If you don't know, I run the Dungeons and Dragons discussion podcast that shows up on your internet every single Sunday at 7 p.m. with these two people, the one down here and the one right here. This guy joins us occasionally. We run a Dungeons and Dragons discussion podcast where we talk all things D&D, from new cookbooks that are coming out that are based on D&D cuisines to third-party content, WotC releases, all that stuff. And plus, we bring you new and reusable content for you to bring with you on your next adventure. So come and check us out at 7 p.m. Eastern every single Sunday at 7 p.m. So, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Why don't we go around the table, introduce your character, and then we'll have our librarian follow through with where we were last time on Descent into Avernus. Starting with Zorax. Why don't you go first, Austin?
Hey guys, I'm Austin. I'm a co-host at Crit Academy, and I am playing Zorax, the Oath of the Voidwalker Paladin, which is a nice little subclass that me and Justin had done together. Very interesting. Lots of high mobility. Can easily crowd control a room. Pretty good time. Doesn't shit out like the damage like a Conqueror Paladin or anything, but you know, when you control the room, you're effectively doing damage anyway, so
Yeah.
who knows.
All right, how about Matt?
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I play Chiron, a tiefling paladin who has taken the Oath of Vengeance. Let's just get this show on the road.
All right, and Ian.
I'm Ian, also a co-host for Crit Academy, and I'm playing the human artificer, Merle Bronson, and I'm a little bit more powerless than usual tonight, hence the different venue behind me, so...
He's in my extra room because he quite literally is powerless. Your power went out, right? That's funny.
I guess, I mean...
Was that a happy accident?
No.
Well, I woke up at 6, and like, there's no power. So that means I've got a heart attack going off for being real here.
Right. All right, so that is our crew who is running through Descent into Avernus, the Wizards of the Coast campaign setting. Obviously, if you're following along, there's a lot that's been improv'd and changed in this setting. So if it's not exactly the way you read it, I don't care. But let's get everyone caught up who is joining us for the first time or may have forgotten what happened last time on Descent into Avernus.
Oh boy. Is that my cue?
That's your cue, librarian.
I think so, because
Pop open the Rolodex.
It's already on. We have traveled across the first day of hell, Avernus, because the mortal city of Elturel was literally dragged into Avernus due to a contract that was formed by the ruler of the city, High Overseer Thavius Krieg, and the Archdevil of Avernus, Zariel, the fallen angel. And after days of traveling, we finally find a place. Let's see, where was it? The place where demons are destroyed. A location that turns out to be a memorial site of those who fought alongside Zariel before she fell from grace. We discover that there are many urns with many magic roses, as well as a memorial stela, which covers a secret chamber containing journals written by undead commander named.
It sounds like you're cutting in and out, so I'm going to take it from there. I can't hear you so much. So the team did discover the memorial area and found that there was several followers or spirits bound to the area that are followers of Zariel. And so they actually came to discussions with the person keeping it clean and maintained, this burial chamber. And they came to an agreement with this Death Knight guy, and gave him some details to help them get to where the sword is buried. Unfortunately, it's quite a ways away, so he decided that they needed a little bit quicker travel and traded them a infernal death machine. It is a unique piece of equipment that is powered by demonic or devilish ichor or soul coins. Its wheels are made of ginormous. It's very much like a dune buggy, and designed for like raiding and scouting. But instead of like regular wheels, it's got bladed iron wheels that kind of just look like buzzsaws for
Yeah.
just mowing through all the demons. Hence, where all the demons die. Thing, right?
Yeah.
It was like Christmas for Merle. Let's be real here.
Yes. So that actually is kind of. I want to take off a little farther ahead. You guys are already in the vehicle, traveling, but I'm going to need an investigation check from each of you, and of course Merle being an artificer. As you're poking around and learning what all these gizmos do and how this thing functions. In order to get it to run, it costs you 1 soul coin. So now you guys are down to 2. And however far that'll get you. But I need investigation checks for kind of figure out what you guys were able to gather from this machine as you've been traveling.
I got a
Okay.
6.
It looks badass. It really is just a big giant death machine for mowing over your enemies, and you are happy. Now, as a soldier, you are proficient in vehicles. Would you be the one at the helm?
I do have proficiency in vehicles. I totally forgot about that. I
Okay.
think yes at this point.
Does anybody have a problem with that?
Okay. I also rolled an investigation check
Mm-hmm.
using both flash of inspiration from being an artificer and using our talents brilliant academic. I rolled a 28.
All right. Let me. So.
Because Merle sees arcade machine. He doesn't know how the sucker works.
So I'm gonna come back to that because I really want to. Do you? Do either of you have a problem with the proficient character driving the helm?
He's both my hands free to shoot, so yes.
Okay. Matt.
I'm good.
Okay. What was your investigation check?
A 1.
All right. So
Started the night off great.
here's what you guys got going on. You've got on this giant doom buggy type thing. It rumbles and tremors, shake violently as you're riding in it, as its spinning blades are leaving carved out cuts in the ground as you're driving around. Poor Lulu is just frightened to death of this thing. She is cowering in the base where all the extra levers are, under the helm where Zorax is piloting this thing. You've got Chiron is snooping around. He presses a few buttons, pulls some levers, harpoons shoot out randomly, some scythes pop out the side and just fling, and are cutting and smashing into boulders and stuff as you're riding by as he's pulling levers. Has no idea how this works. Merle Bronson is drawing an entire blueprint of how this thing functions. He is actively... I got it. He is... I'm being very loud. I get excited. He is actively drawing blueprints on how every single thing works and how it functions. And he gets kind of pissed a couple times because a couple sheets fly off into the dusty wind as you guys are cruising along, as it's sputtering along. You've managed to run into a few weaker devils and demons along the way. And you guys have kind of just tried to test out your equipment. So, Zorax would, heave over and you'd have Chiron will pull a lever and out pop these raking sides, and you're just Icar and what's left of these demons and devils. You're indiscriminate, just chopping them all up as you're just flying by on this thing. All the while, Merle is upside down with his head tucked in every single corner, pulling out, tinkering with levers, pulls a few switches. At one point, I apologize. At one point, he pulls the wrong switch, and when you're trying to take out a devil, the sight doesn't open. So you guys got kind of a back and forth as he's trying to figure it out. You're trying to crush people, and then you got Zorax up here just heeing and hawing away as he's trying to run over whatever critter gets in his way. You guys travel like this for a few days. You have a pretty good idea of the general direction. But at this point, you see a very strange vision. Well, first of all, before I get into that, how are you guys feeling about this new toy you've gotten?
It's interesting to wield. Seeing the giant sides come out and the harpoons shooting out, it kind of gives Chiron a bit of a shocking expression. But he remembers that these are powered by soul coins, and he recalls that that soul coins are only forged from mortals.
So,
I believe innocence, actually.
well,
I think it goes a step further than that, doesn't it?
it depends. Generally, they're evil, but innocent people end up in the wrong spot all the time. The problem is you're not sure. Is it an evil
Right.
soul, or is it somebody that didn't deserve it? That's the risk you're willing to take. You guys, over the last few days of tinkering around with these having these coins in your presence, hello dog. You do start to realize they do give off some sort of energy, like you're drawing. You can draw from it. What that means is, if you so choose, you can use an action to pull some of the soul's energy out of the coin and into yourselves for a short healing, like a healing potion effect. If you so choose, but you haven't done that yet. So you don't know much more than if you choose to, you'll be able to draw on this power if you needed it. But this is also the same power that's powering this vehicle, so wasting them's probably not
Right.
a great idea. How's Merle enjoying his new toy?
Like a boy on Christmas, I bet.
Pretty good one.
I got it. That was nice. So he's got all his little goggles out, and they're zooming in and out on each end. He's got all his wrenches, and he's just poking all around.
If this were an animated or cinematic series, that would probably be the theme of this moment.
Yep.
Sounds
And
like
then
it,
get copyright striked immediately.
right?
Bring out 3 seconds for it to begin.
All right, so you guys have been traveling for a little while. You guys have started to kind of figure out some of the features of this thing. Based on your judgment, based on the information you got, and from Lulu saying she feels like you're closer, you feel like you're getting there. But unfortunately, you see this massive dust cloud coming towards you that's just filling out the entire horizon. As you guys are continuing to drive towards the location you're seeking, which is the scab of Avernus, you start to see just dozens of these machines similar to yours driving towards you. And much like the old cowboys and bandits, they swoop around you guys on all sides and kind of move with you until they block your path, bringing you to a stop. And there are just demons from all types riding on these things. They come in a myriad of different sizes. You got one that's got like a kind of like a a tow truck. It's got this giant crane on the back with these giant razor-like claws. This other one's got 6 wheels, really ginormous ones, probably like 10 feet in the back, and then smaller ones in the front with this giant, what looks like fangs, and you can see it's just Maw just kind of chomping away with a giant lift arm with a massive like boulder hanging from it. You see a bunch of littler ones that look like they only hold 1 or 2 people riding around. They got 2 wheels, a bigger one in front and a smaller one in the back. They got all these little cannons and different, harpoon guns attached to them. They've all circled you. You've got chain devils. You see some bearded devils. You see kind of a collection of just all sorts of variety that you don't even recognize as they encircle you. And they kind of just stop. What do you guys do?
I create my arcane turret.
Okay. He's like, I'm not messing around. All right. Anybody else? As they're gathering around you?
We are parked, I'm assuming currently, right? And they're kind of just coming by.
So here's what's happening. They're bringing you to a slowdown at this moment. They haven't stopped you completely, but you're rolling at like a drive-through speed. And they're hailing you to shut her down or stop moving at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
What do we do?
They've got all their cannons pointed on you. Clearly, if they wanted you dead, they would have just shot.
Right.
True.
What should we do,
guys? I feel like we should at least try and reason with them, seeing as they have 10 guns to our no guns. So
yeah,
this bad boy don't got any harpoons.
It was thinking that we're getting ourselves in the Baldur's Gate standoff right here, so.
Yeah.
Gate standoff.
Been in one of those a few times.
You see this big, bulky guy. His face is all contorted and disfigured. Some of his flesh is kind of just dripping off. He's got this big, giant, like a bandolier, but instead of like where there would be bullets, there's just little daggers. But each dagger looks like it's made out of like some sort of bone tooth. And he goes, "Hail, riders! How are you today?"
We're good.
Interesting piece of equipment. Go ahead.
Well, all things say here during our current location, I guess we're doing just plain dandy.
That's a nice machine you have there. A tormentor, if I'm not mistaken. My name is Jazgumal. Oromag, how much do you think the tormentor is worth? And they start kind of talking back and forth and is it Abyssal? Which language do they speak? Infernal?
Infernal, which I understand.
So they're just basically talking about the price and how much it's worth, and he says, Okay. He comes to, I got offer for you. We are interested in purchasing in your tormentor. Would you consider selling?
No.
All the guys around him just start cackling. What?
No.
Why not?
Oh, we do need it. Well, for one thing, we still have a couple 100 miles to go to our destination.
Oh, I see. Well, let me tell you something then. We could just take it from you. Or you can sell it to us. And if you won't sell it to us, how about we race for it? Do you race? It looks fast. You race, we give you any pick of ours. And you can see there is one that's got like 10 guys on it. It's ginormous. It's got 6 wheels, the big boulder. Yeah. He says, we out here, we outriders, we love to race. That's how we build our collection. Plus, it's good for slaying demons, do you know? And they all start cheering and whooping, and you see one throw the head of a demon as it just kind of rolls on the ground. He says, "See?"
That's kind of interesting.
I think it's safe to assume that y'all be the bargaining type then. What if instead of having a pick of one of your vehicles, that you exchange for us if we win some fuel, if you will, some soul coins, currency,
Ha!
if you will.
Soul coins, you say? How much do you trade for Tormentor if we win?
That's a fantastic question. What do you think is a fair offer?
And they all just start laughing their heads off at you. Like they just every single snarl and chuckle is just like almost like this devilish chorus around you. He says, "Probably 1,000 soul coins, I would think.
Ah,
Yeah,
probably
we
about
could do that.
2,000, huh?
Probably. I think we can do this. 1,000 is about the value, I think. Is that right, Oromog?" And they start shouting back and forth, and they say, "I was mistaken. The value is less than that." Wait, more? Hang on 1 second. I cannot hear him. And he kind of shuffles back, and they start throwing up their hands. And he finally kind of comes back a little bit. He's kind of waddling a little bit like a giant penguin. He says, "All right, we come to agreement. 1,000. Sorry, no, I didn't forget. 800. 500 soul coins. We can do. We can do 500 soul coins for vehicle if you win race. Wait, yes, is that right, Oromog?
Wait,
Yes.
we still need the
We-
vehicle.
What? No,
Yeah.
we win. We get vehicle. You win. You get soul coins. Was
Oh,
that
okay.
not the
I thought you
agreement?
said-
That
it
is
sounded
the
like you
agreement.
said- Sorry, no. It sounded like he literally said like.
You
we
probably
need
shouldn't let that
500
one
soul
talk.
coins and- yeah. Fine, whatever.
Let real men do
I think when it
business.
comes down to
I'm just a driver.
You can all give insight checks to determine whether he's bluffing on value or not.
Oh no, we do have harpoons.
oh,
Oops.
I'm assuming he's bluffing. I'm assuming.
Give me an insight check
I'm-
to identify it.
Oh, stink.
19.
Oh,
21.
10.
I lost something.
Hopefully I can drive.
I am not doing so well.
That's okay.
What was the highest roll?
21.
21.
So, Merle, you look over and you see several of the other devils there, and it's kind of hard to tell, but you're pretty sure they're snickering. And you're very confident that he underblew the value of your vehicle by a lot.
I just assumed they were effing with us from moment one.
Yeah, well, that's.
Hmm.
Anyways, so you assume that maybe his initial offer was probably closer to the original value of the Tormentor. He says,
Like,
we wish to
a little
collect
over
Tormentor.
1,000?
Yes.
Okay.
So we do race. We win, we get Tormentor. We even be benevolent enough. We'll drop you off on your wherever it is you're going. We will drop you off.
Insight check on that one.
Good.
Okay,
I
that's better. 15.
He seems pretty straightforward. It's hard to tell because he doesn't have normal human features or mannerisms, but he seems there's no trembling in his voice or anything like that, or no micro expressions that you can tell that would suggest he's not being honest.
It kind of lines up considering they're just kind of like a gang that wants to collect these things, right? You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it kind of lines up. Like, I don't see how. Because, like, what does he gain if we die? We could just. Clearly, we've gotten one. So he would probably want us to, race us again and then get another. In my opinion. But maybe they're not that smart.
Do you guys need to meet for a moment? We go over here. You let us know when you're ready. And the demons are hooting and hollering and screaming. They're all revving their engines, making this just horrible demonic thundering noise. A couple of them start like doing donuts and are just driving like everything you would imagine out of a biker gang is kind of what's going on here. A couple guys are over there wrestling while they're leaving you guys to your discussions.
Fair enough.
Okay, I could not
Okay.
get a read off on that guy. So, did anyone?
Okay, just so we're clear, if we win, as you said, we get a pick of our own vehicle, correct?
Yes, that he did. He did say that. He walked away to give you guys privacy,
Hmm.
but he did say that.
Yep.
But
Honestly, it's kind of a win-win for us. We either
But-
get dropped off at our destination, or
well, I was gonna say, let's be clear though. That was his offer, but your offer was for the soul coins.
Yep.
right, which I would rather have anyway. We already have a
Go lay down, Buck.
fine vehicle. We don't really need another. It'd just be more fuel that we don't have.
Get-
So there's really no point in trying to procure a second one.
Yeah. Especially if you're the only one who knows how to operate a vehicle.
Well, he's not the
He's
only
just
one. He's
proficient
just
with the
proficient.
vehicle.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
difference. Anybody can operate it, but there's going to be benefits that'll come into play because he's got the background that lets him proficient in vehicles.
Good thing I'm a soldier. I do these things.
Though you've
Right.
never piloted any vehicle like this, but you figured it out pretty quick. Did you want to say something, Ian?
Yep. Well, last I checked, I don't think we necessarily shook on the deal, if you will. So I think there might be a little bit of haggling left over once we meet back up with them. Now, I do want to try to leverage that if we do lose, that we get the full 1,000. Because let's face it, that's probably what the value is altogether. At least that's my impression.
Right.
The problem is we're not in the position to bargain since we're 1 on 10,
12.
12. My mistake. There's 2 more that I
And
didn't see.
and there's several of them that are bigger than you. Like
Yeah.
yours could fit inside the one with the big giant boulder at the end of it. Steel boulder or not. It's not even a boulder, it's just a big chunk of metal.
And B, even if we do win, we can probably try to sell the vehicle that we gain back to them.
Well,
I thought
down
this
the
was on
road.
loan from Olympius.
I don't think we have
Nonsense.
two options here at the moment. I think you're at least giving us the option to at least keep it in some capacity after a contest, that is.
He
Right.
doesn't need one anyway. He's already got one. Why would he ever need another?
In case someone raises one of his comrades.
Who do you think's going to raise somebody who actively wants to fight against hell?
I don't know. Probably someone stronger than Olympius.
Name one person besides Zariel.
Yale? Because if I recall in the journals, he was a general and Olympius is a commander.
True. Got me there.
Well, now we're putting hairs.
Anyway, the point is, we may as well do the race. There's really no reason not to, because if we don't do the race, we probably get gunned down or eaten alive by a vehicle. So, I'm just saying.
So
I'm
did
not
you guys
saying
come to
that.
this
Hey.
decision or
Yeah, we should raise, but if we win, we get 1,000 soul coins.
Well, that's not what we're going to get. We're gonna get whatever they give us.
Well, let's be real here. It's not if we choose to race, it's if we race it. They're not giving us much choice on this one by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And they make it clear the only reason why they're not taking it is because we agreed to race with them. So,
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the driver, so I'm racing. You guys are gonna have to accept it. I have the wheel. I choose the destination.
That's funny.
No, that's not necessarily true. Of course, I'm joking, but
All right. So he at this point this giant devil-looking penguin thing kind of wobbles on over to you, and he says, "So, do we have a deal? Do you deal with Jaz Mogul and that's not my name, Jaz Gomal and the Outriders? You make deal?
all right. So just so we're clear, if we win, we get a selection of one of your vehicles, correct?
Yes.
And it is our choice which one we select, correct?
That is correct. But if we win, we get yours. Do you understand?
But we get compensated in soul coins, correct?
It's one or the other. You don't get both. You either get soul coins for trade or race for prize for red slips. You see? And they all hold up red slips like the old 80s, 50s biker gangs racing for vehicles with pink slips. But it's basically a demonic contract. And he says so he basically offered you he can buy it from you for 1,000 soul coins, or you can race and trade for it. But if you want to try to make an offer for the coins instead, you can do that.
Well, he did say if we do willingly trade it, he will drop us off at our destination, correct?
That is exactly what I said. We drop you off.
Only when we trade it.
Only when we trade it.
Uh,
I'm gonna be honest, Jack. That bad of a deal either. And let's be real here, we could probably steal one of these down the line at some point from someone else.
he's right. Actually, I like that idea more. Aren't you the good guy?
A good guy stuck in hell.
That's fair. Yeah.
So did you guys just join a devil biker gang? Or are you racing? Because I'm thoroughly confused.
Yeah, same here.
Hold on. No. I think we actually trade now. Because if they're just going to drop us off, like, we gain soul coins, which is fuel for our next vehicle, that we're going to procure one way or another.
Okay, let me ask you. You've
but-
been in Avernus for a while. How many of these vehicles have you seen?
Not a lot, but we're
how
going to
many-
find another at some point.
But where? The first one that we've been so close to is this thing from
Right.
Orlantheus.
Right.
Not to mention, how in the world are we going to get back to Elturel? Huh?
That's a good point, actually.
1,000 soul coins from the wager could get us back to Elturel.
Wait, how would it get us back to Elturel?
As fuel.
Oh, as in, like, we come back with just the vehicle. Right. I guess that makes sense. Huh. This is really... a lot to think about. A little more than I thought there would be. I thought we were just going to race and just roll on the dice, but apparently no, we have actual plans.
You have options.
We do have options.
The question is which option are you guys going to take? He's offering
I'm
to
more
buy
for-
it and drop you off, or you can race him and get one of your own, a different one, or both.
I have a question. I ask him.
Yes.
So obviously you guys, have these machines.
Obviously.
How often do you see other machines?
Well, I started this gang with 30 years ago. We now have 12. We don't always win races. We don't always have enough money to pay for trade either. So we often take it by force and sometimes die in the process. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
There are
No,
plenty
no.
of infernal machines, I must be honest. But they're not always easy to commandeer. Yeah.
I like that word.
I look to the both of them, to Zorax and Merle. You see?
But the odds aren't zero.
You guys are so
There's
funny.
I
if
would
there's
rather race to wager our tormentor for their soul coins that they're offering than to be dropped off in the middle of nowhere and not get back to Elturel.
Yeah.
We need what? 5 gold coins to get to our destination altogether? And we spent 1 already?
You think?
Yeah, that's the. We think. We assume.
You do. All you know is that you were told you're gonna need more, right? He said he thinks it's about. He gave you a really wide range, if you remember, It was like
Yeah.
anywhere from like 100 to like 1,000 or 500. I don't remember, but it was a pretty big range. Nobody bothered to ask him why the range was so wide.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he just told you
Yeah,
it's
I didn't
probably
get
not
that
enough.
Yeah, I didn't have enough time to finish that
Yeah.
last session.
Okay. Well. Fuck.
We could race. We could choose one of their take one of their vehicles, but then sell it back to them.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's clever.
wait, I'm lost. Wait, I
What?
didn't
No.
catch that.
Win a big
So-
vehicle and then sell it back to him so you get the coins and keep your vehicle.
Yeah. Hence winning the race.
That's funny.
So all we gotta do is win. How hard can it be?
That's pretty
You have
clever.
a guy that shoots ice beams. He could freeze up a tire and it'd be over.
Are you kidding me with that? You were driving a giant death machine with blade sights that are cutting demons in half, and you're gonna shoot with a little ice pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or shoot the
Now-
driver.
And also, I examined this vehicle, correct?
You did?
Yeah.
And I rolled a 28 for my investigation, correct?
You did? 21.
21. No, I rolled 28.
Oh, he
Oh,
rolled
I rolled
28.
rolled 21 for insight.
Oh, that's right. 28. Okay. So what?
Yeah. So, what do I know about this vehicle? Obviously, the stat block. Do I think I can, like, for example, if, let's say, Austin was the one driving it, could I potentially, say, figure out a way to burn a spell slot to basically act as, like, nitrous oxide, for example? Give it a boost.
You can certainly try.
I
enough.
like that idea.
You.
Fuck it.
I would
Let's
say.
race.
I would say. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. You've studied it, you've learned a lot about it, but you are in no way, shape, or form a master. So
No.
you think you could probably do it.
I mean, I've seen this man tear a portal apart with a hammer and some scissors. Like, I don't know, he could do anything, dude.
Not with pliers.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep.
So what's the verdict, you guys? It's almost 8 o'clock.
I'm feeling like
I
racing.
was like, race?
Race.
Let's race.
And it's Jazgomog walks up to you and says, "So what will it be?"
Race.
Well, just let's give our vehicle a quick inspection to make sure it's in tip-top shape, ready to go, and then
Yeah, clearly
we'll
you wouldn't
burn
want.
some-
We want a good race.
A big smile comes across, and you can see his sharp, dead, black, missing teeth. And he says, "Good. We like a lot of fun." And so they all kind of swirl around you while you're inspecting it and all line up. He says, "The race will be simple. Do you see that?" And he points to one of the two-wheeled vehicles that's different than all the rest. It's a bright green, like the blood ichor, a color of ichor has been splattered all over it. He says, "That fastest vehicle we have. That is going to drive to the winner's circle. And first there wins. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like long race, short race?"
Short
Probably
race.
just a short race.
All right, 3 miles it is. Sorry, they don't use miles.
so
3 leagues it is.
and just so we're clear, what are the rules for the race?
Ha! There are no rules.
I figured.
Heck,
And you all, they just
Figured
start
out
cackling
for
at
no
you.
reason.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Hence the clarification.
And he starts cackling, and so do all the other devils. The only thing you have to do is get to the devil ride before us. Any one of us. And you realize now that you're racing 11 guys.
Oh no.
Yeah. Who are more
Oh,
experienced than
great.
we are in racing vehicles faster than ours, probably.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
We'll
We
see.
also did say anything go.
Yeah.
And we
All
have
right.
a harpoon.
I'm going to need a group or I'm going to need an initiative check from you guys, and then I'm going to average that to determine where you end up on the order between the other vehicles and your entire vehicle. But each of your vehicle will also be tied to each of your actions. Does that make sense?
Do we use our talent initiative?
Yes. Right,
Um,
initiative.
I would say so. I don't see why not. Because I know technically, well, yeah, because in each of your individual initiatives are going to determine when you go. And then
Okay.
I'm going to average it to determine like at what point I tell you guys to go versus all the rest of them going. The reason I'm doing this is because it keeps you all in the same one initiative on here as far as all these vehicles, but you have your own initiatives in which order you go in based on your personal speeds, which is less about movement speed, I guess, more and about like paying attention. But then again, it might just be easier to have you all roll, take the average, and just put you all at once.
Maybe.
That might actually
Yeah,
be
that
that might be
would-
easier or easier for me. So go ahead and roll, and then
I got a 12.
Well, I rolled I got a 3.
Oh
Oh,
man,
one.
we are not doing good. I rolled a 7.
7 plus 12 plus what, 3?
Yikes, that's
Yep.
not good.
So 22 divided. So our initiative is 7.
7. Yeah, not great.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh boy.
All right. So, he said all the engines are revving. You guys are revving. Is there any prep you're going to take before the race begins?
Sorry. I have no idea. I could be on the breaking
mean-
scythe and harpoon duty. Because
You can
Zorax
only
could
you
just-
can only man one of those.
Well, the only
No.
action stations there are is just the helm and the harpoon. So you guys
Well,
are on the harpoon, I'm on
and
the helm, right?
You'll be on the helm. Somebody can be on the harpoon. I think it says the action items are the. What about the sides? Oh, that's right. I was giving you another one. That's right. I forgot about that because there's 3 of you. There's an additional feature of additional weaponry. So, and I was gonna give it because what's his name? Merle was poking around and unlock some and enhance some of the armaments. So you actually have another feature here that I will send to you in just 1 second. It is a flamethrower. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a flamethrower. So let me snip that and send that to you. So you have 1 person on the harpoon, 1 on the flamethrower, 1 on the helm. So let me grab this, highlight, and I'll send that to you really quick. So who got the 12 on the initiative?
me.
That was Matt.
So Matt will go first, followed by who got the 6 when it's his turn.
It was a 7, but yeah.
Yeah, was that you?
Yeah.
And then last will be Merle.
Yep.
And that'll be your order on your guys' vehicle's turn.
What was that? Yeah.
For sure. For shizzle.
Yeah.
All right, and then here's the flamethrower stuff. And that is an action that can be done. All right. Closing out. I don't want that thing popping up noises and stuff as we're driving. All right, so you guys got your readied positions. Merle's on the flamethrower. Zorax is at the helm. Chiron is on the helm. Or on the harpoon. Right? All right. I think that's everything.
here's an
for
issue.
That. Yeah, there is no issues.
The flamethrower probably won't affect these vehicles because they're immune to fire damage.
Isn't that a bitch?
And we're also fighting devils and demons who are also immune to fire damage.
Hey, I said he upgraded. I didn't say he did a good job. Actually,
I'm sure we'll figure something
I
out.
just decided which one it was by random. So there are
Nice.
other ones, but that's what you'll end up with. All right. So he says
You
before he,
assume I'm useless without the weapon.
what's that?
Hey, did you just assume I'm useless without the weapon?
No, nobody
Because
would.
that is
I
not
would.
what I'm
I
playing
wouldn't. I
at
wouldn't
all.
do it. All right. So He says, the start is simple. We will throw coin. When coin hits ground, you go. Got it?
Makes sense.
But you also go when the coin hits ground.
What's that?
I assume you also start when coin hits ground, correct?
Ha ha ha. Okay, we will.
That's what I thought.
He's gonna go then flip the coin. Yeah. All right, so
Okay.
everyone,
How you worded
everyone's in a lineup right now. Hang on.
it.
All right, everyone's in a lineup. All the engines are roaring. Several of them are. It's got their tires spinning in place. They're warming them up. They're hooting and hollering and infernal and screaming. They're like, "Boys, we gonna get another one! Woohoo! Yeah!" Blah blah blah, stuff like that. And you see this very small demon. Almost, you could have swore it's an imp. Jump on the tiny little ichor covered. I keep wanting to say motorcycle, but it's not, the devil ride, and drives. Damn it. And after a few minutes, he says, "It'll take approximately 3 minutes, I think, for him to get there." So we wait. And they're all revving their engine. They're hooting and hollering. They're launching curses at you. And their curses are funny, like insulting you, calling you a demon or some stupid shit like that. You dirty demons.
That's funny. Because they hate demons. Too, so it makes
Right,
sense.
right. And so they're screaming and hollering. You see a massive light of a white light shoot off in the distance, almost just a little small. He says, "All right, that is the time. Are you guys ready? On your
Yes.
mark, get set."
Boom.
And he flips it in the air, and as soon as
watch
it
it.
hits the ground, everyone's tires start ripping through. I'm
Full
safe to
throttle.
assume, yeah, you've got the full throttle on the levers there, Zorax, as you smash it,
What I do.
lever to the metal, and your stuff digs up, and the very first thing you feel is your vehicle tips up. The one next to you, the giant one with the claw in the back, has reached out and tried to snag your vehicle. I need you guys, who's at the helm, Zorax, I need you to use the stat block and give me a contested strength check, or dexterity check to see if you can pull out of the grapple of this thing as everyone's race begins.
I'm gonna juke this motherfucker.
Oh,
As a
look at
reaction.
that! So you're able
But it gives
to.
you
Mark of
advantage on
advantage.
dex saves,
Yep.
not ability checks.
He's right.
Oh, is that really? I thought this was a saving throw. That's what you said.
It's
No, it's a
it's
contested check.
grapple, so
Contested
it's a contested check.
grapple. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So
kidding.
this big giant claw tries to reach around and grab your vehicle, and how does it go? You got to beat 13. I didn't get very high.
I too got a
Strength.
13.
Meet or beat. So you
yeah.
you beat. So as
No,
this
I have proficiency, right? So would it work? No.
yeah, your proficiency bonus gets added to every check that you do with this vehicle.
Oh wow! So I won it. Okay.
Yes.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
So as this thing is coming out, it's getting a hold of you. You pull several levers, click, and you slam all the weight into the back and pop like a wheelie, and it breaks you free. And poof. At this point, several of the vehicles are already out in front of you, have already taken off. You see one of the biggest vehicles, the one with the claw, is just sitting there. It's obviously not even trying to beat you. Its goal was clearly to try to snatch you and hold you in place so they all went. Luckily, you see them screaming and hollering at you. It turns immediately and puts its cannon towards you, and you start hearing them scream and yell, rah, 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 and you start to scream this green energy build up, but it's not its turn, so it doesn't go off yet.
Oh.
Let's just do some rolls for these guys. All right, God, you guys roll poorly, so you're kind of stuck at the beginning. So as you are just gunning it and dropping down and beginning to move forward, the other big monstrosity with the giant wad of iron steel, it comes swinging out of nowhere and smashes into the side of your vehicle. I need a dexterity saving throw. This is where your juke can come into play.
This is where I juke, guys. Here we go.
You have to beat 16. Oh, not quite.
I got. What is my proficiency bonus again? +3. I got 19.
All right, so as this thing comes at you, you get kind of shocked because you were so distracted by the claw. You quickly shift the different gears and you twist, and it catches just the front of your vehicle and charges it to spin like in circles, and you're able to get it under control, and you gun it, and pff, you take off away from, leaving two of the bigger vehicles behind. It is.
Man, if I had one of these things in Baldur's Gate, crime would be at an all-time low.
All right. It is now another set of them are just out in front of you. You see this really strange looking one. It's small, kind of like yours, but just it looks like yours, but kind of modified. It doesn't have the claws in the front or the it's got regular wheels. And on the top is this big giant turret. And as it's driving out in front of you, it turns and does a 180 and takes aim at you guys. This giant green energy kind of builds up in the end, similar to the one coming from your other shot or other side. And it releases a massive green energy net that comes and starts launching out at you. What is the AC? Is it? It's 19 when you're driving?
No,
Nope, it's 21 when we're driving.
Okay, got you.
Hopefully we dodge it. That'd be really bad.
All right, so this massive green energy net looking thing blasts into you and hits your vehicle pretty hardcore. And you're able to kind of swerve a little bit out of the way, and it catches onto the side and then wrinkles in, and you see it start to crackle and energy releases from it. Luckily, you were able to avoid most of it, and it's mostly just superficial damage, as I didn't patch the damage threshold. Now, let me check something, and then it'll be your turns. All right, now it's your guys' turn. So there are many of the vehicles are already out beyond you. There are 2 or 3 right in front of you that are kind of all twisted with their little turrets changing or shooting towards you. What are you going to do? I didn't put these in an order. I think Chiron's first, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Zorax and then Merle.
Yep.
All right, Chiron, what are you gonna do?
Range weapon. Is the one that shot the net at us close?
Yeah. So yes. So that one is within range. So basically, here's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep it as they're either against you, they're within like melee range, like smashing up to you, or they're within range or not within range. We're not gonna worry about trying to figure out all the details of like range.
Yeah, like distance, because last stuff seems to be just 120.
Yeah.
Or it's either 120 or you got to be right next to him.
Yeah. So that's all that we're gonna worry about. But yes,
Okay.
the 3 in front of you are in range. The ones beyond that are not.
I'm gonna shoot at the one who tried to shoot that net at us.
Okay. And you're gonna release a harpoon at him. Go ahead and give me a ranged attack roll.
Yeah, that's +7, so 16.
It's not gonna do it. So you're kind of clunky with this. You got it pretty good. Now, keep in mind, you guys have access to the Tormentor's powers, but you also have your own abilities, so keep that in mind. I know Merle was already thinking about that.
Yeah.
Where did Merle go?
Bathroom, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, he's in the bathroom. I can hear him. I hope it ain't too bad. I destroyed it in there earlier before you got here.
Damn I.
Probably still smells like a dumpster. All right. So, what? Really? Bastard. Apparently dog shit on the floor too. Just everyone's shitting in the house today. Anyway, so you take on the harpoon and you're trying to get aim. The swerving and shaking and rumbling of the vehicle is making it really hard. You kind of shout out at Zorax to keep the damn thing straight for a second. Unfortunately, you hit a bump, which you realize wasn't a bump. It was a it was a demon's body that had been plowed over previously by somebody else. As you bump over it, and it throws off your aim, and it skitters off into the distance. And your harpoon disconnects.
Hey.
Zorax.
Okay. So I assume I have to be at the helm and I have to drive, right? Like I'm not allowed another action.
Okay, so driving is the default condition. You're automatically moving. You can still dash, you can dodge, you can use your own features, your own abilities.
Okay.
But it's only gonna assuming you're going straight. So like smashing into somebody is the equivalent of like the shove action, or dashing lets you catch up to people, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, we're just gonna dash with my vehicle. I'm gonna just attempt to drive as far forward as I can, drive past these guys, I guess.
All right, so you
Would I provoke an up attack? I guess. I guess I better ask that.
You're not. No, you're not in melee with anything. You got away from the big boulder guy and the grappler. And you pull up and you get right up behind the three in front of you. You are nose to nose. You kind of swerve left, swerve right. You're right behind the middle one, which is the guy that shot the net. Do you want to line up with which side do you want to try to pass on, or do you want to stay right behind these guys?
I say blow past him.
Let me see. When the tormentor moves within 5 feet of a creature that isn't prone or another vehicle for the first time on a turn, it can rake the creature or vehicle with its protruding blades for.
That's why it matters if you're gonna pull up behind them, if you're gonna go around. Because if you're gonna pull up behind them, you can do the raking scythes.
Yeah. Out of the way and takes no damage if it succeeds on it. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
part of me kind of thinks too kind of behind, so we might like get as much ground as we can distance-wise.
Well,
Well, yeah, but the problem is they're all in front of us. We can't get any distance from here, right?
yeah. Well, you already took the dash action, which got you into close to him, bumper to bumper. So that is the regular action. The raking scythes is a result of that. Because you dashed, you basically can either smash into him or go around him. If you smash into him, you'll be able to take the raking scythe ability, right? If you go around them, you won't, but you'll be able to pass them on the next movement and dash, if that makes sense. You're basically deciding whether you want to try to knock them out of the race or get behind them so they can shoot you from behind.
Right. I'm leaning more towards hitting them. What about you guys?
You're the one driving.
You're the one
True.
driving.
They got their hands
I'm
full.
the
This is
captain of
100%.
this
Yeah, this
boat.
is you. This is all you, man. They're
We're
engaged.
them.
Jump on this boat, and I'm gonna do it.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna raking sides them. We're just gonna go bumper to bumper on one.
All
guy
right.
and try and
Go ahead and roll
scoot 'em
damage.
out.
You notice it
I
does.
like that.
It's just
There-
damage,
it's just
isn't it?
yeah. So you're basically it makes up for you having to take the dash action and ram into people by automatically getting you in a damage attack if you get close enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let's see. 14 plus 2, 16 damage. If it fails on the dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
All right. So you come in. You've got these razor sharp scythes on the side that are swinging back and forth that go out in front and come out to the side like kind of like this. And so you smash on, you pull the levers, you put the pedal to the metal, and you smash right into the one in front of you. And unfortunately, it bumps it just enough that the scythe catches into it and just barely scratches the armor. And you see the devil looks down at it and looks at it and gives you the middle finger and he says, "I just got the paint job!" But unfortunately, you did not break the damage threshold, so it is only super... Oh, wait, I lied. Its
I was gonna
damage
say, hold
threshold.
on.
Its damage threshold is lower than yours, and I was looking at yours. Yes, it does take severe damage, and part of a bumper plate, a metal plate, kind of falls off, and you guys run over it, thump, 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 thump. And he's just screaming and cursing, and he spits on your, tries to spit on you, and it gets lost in the wind.
If my turn was after Austin's, I would have used my Blade of Bahamut blinded ability on him.
That'd have been really cool. Is Zorax gonna do anything else with a bonus action?
I don't think. Actually.
The vehicle may not have any, but you might.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on.
Hmm.
I'll have to make note of that
Oh.
for next round.
Oh.
That was an interesting little thing I can do that I've just noticed. I had something here. Where is? Where is that?
I should have done this last round.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Oh, there it is.
Remember it for next time. Can you what?
Is a vehicle considered a creature?
No.
Okay, making sure.
Your aura won't buff your vehicle, but nice try.
No.
Oh.
I was gonna shield of faith my vehicle.
No, it's not a creature. It's a vehicle, but nice
That
try.
would've been funny. Yeah, I have nothing. That's good. We're good.
Okay. Merle. The shaking, the trembling of the vehicle as it smashes into the tinier one of the three in front of you. Its scything blades getting it caught pretty good on one of the vehicles. The green energy is winding up from directly behind you from the one with the grappling arm as it has begun chasing you. What are you doing?
Okay. Two questions. The first one is, I know as a player, this is not how this works. How close are the other vehicles by us still?
The ones that are in front of you are 5 feet, or you have to treat them as 5 feet away. So they're within melee range, arguably. I say arguably because your vehicle can hit them within melee range. If you try, you're going to probably have to make a save or something to make sure you don't fall off, if that makes sense.
If I mean attack, yes. Okay. I know this is not how this works as a player, but if I cast Thunder Wave behind us, it acts as a boost.
I tell you what, I will let his dash action on Zorax's turn be a bonus action instead of an action.
I can't believe this.
If you're gonna will spell slots, but this is a big vehicle, so it's gonna have to be higher level than first. I would say at least a third level spell.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a huge vehicle that's 3,000 pounds.
Yeah, I mean it's big, but I will allow you to do it.
Unfortunately, I can't go to third levels, but that's all I needed to know.
Okay.
Okay. And first off, the guy who's charging the cannon, I'm going to point my arcane cannon at him and fire.
Okay.
Pew
right,
pew.
and that will be a 16 to hit.
Not gonna do it.
Darn.
Yeah.
The scavenger vehicle is, as you're shooting at it, it skitters, smashes right into its armor, and just skitters off. The little pews do.
All right. And the vehicle next to us, I will cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, they're in front of you. There's 3 vehicles in front of you, and there's 2 that are some distance behind now chasing. And then all the rest are in front of the 3 in front of you. So do you want to cast Thunder Wave in front of them?
I'm mostly trying to hit the driver's neck out of their own vehicles.
Yeah, no, I get that, but so here's the thing. You just asked me if you can use it to boost your vehicle one way. So should I then, since I agreed to that, make it slow you down if you do it in front of you?
Right, but you also said that if I cast at a higher level than that first, too. So.
Okay, so you're going to cast it at a weaker level?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Hey,
15-foot
now, it is worth noting that the vehicle provides the creatures quite a bit of cover. 3/4, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
cube, so I don't care.
Okay.
Also true.
All right.
will be
So that'll be
That
what?
will be a con. That will be a con save, and my DC for that is 16.
So 2 of the guys manage to save as they get shocked back. One of the guys running the turrets, and another guy kind of floating around. But the guy in the driver's seat gets flipped out, pushed in front of his vehicle, stumbles around the front, and the whole vehicle's put over top of him as you guys chase him with a put over top of him, catching him underneath your razor sharp tires, and just ichor just splattering all over your vehicle.
Oh.
And
I'm not upset by this.
the vehicle, what'd you say?
I'm not upset by this.
And the vehicle immediately in front of you begins slowing down and kind of rears into your vehicle, and you guys start falling behind.
Oh no.
Eh.
One less target.
They still gotta. If they're like idling, they got quite a while before they stop yet. So we're fine. That's like what, maybe 10 feet we're losing.
The big weapon behind you, that's been charging the green energy, release a massive, probably like 5-foot beam of green electricity as it launches from this cannon and catches you right in the blast. I need a vehicle dexterity saving throw, to avoid it. Otherwise, you all take the damage.
What kind of, is it an elemental damage?
It is. It's lightning. Why?
What you got, man?
I could absorb elements it. Couldn't I?
Doesn't that have to be a target of
Or
a
does it
spell?
have to be-
I think it has to be an attack roll
Does it
for
have to be-
absorb elements to work. Kind of
think
like
you're
shield
right.
doesn't work on like
Yeah.
fireball. I don't know though. What does absorb elements
You
say?
take acid trigger is you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
No, you can do that.
I could totally do it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It'll reduce the damage on you by half, and you'll be able to increase the power of your next melee strike
Melee,
based on
yeah.
the spell level you use.
Or I could just juke it.
It's entirely up to you.
You're a juke.
Let's
Oh, wait,
juke.
it's your base first.
Yeah, it's
Good.
the same round,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Does it have to be the same round? We just. went
It's
so
one
far, we
reaction. You're not last.
Oh, he juked before he acted. This is after he acted.
Oh
so
yeah,
he's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. You're good. You're
did
good.
it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're juking.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with this shit.
This
It's
is why I
juke
try to aim the guy on the turrets.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw. Of 16.
19.
All right, so
Nice.
you see the crackling and energy coming, and they're shouting to you behind, "It's gonna fire!" And you pull your levers and swerve into one direction, and the blast catches the vehicle that was in front of you that was slowing you down and just incinerates it with this burst of crackling energy. There is now one less vehicle complete. That one was driving slow already, but you have basically, you didn't destroy it, but you have taken it out of commission as it just kind of drifts to a stop.
Suckers.
All because you moved out of the way, you ass. Why can't you just let it hit you? All right, so top of the initiative, the two vehicles, the one of the vehicles behind you, the one with the giant swinging,
Steel ball.
yeah, but it's not
Wrecking
wrecking ball. Thank you. As this monstrous wrecking ball starts gaining on you a little bit, and you don't know how. You see these gouts of fire coming out the back, and it's trying its damnedest to catch up to you, but unfortunately, it can't quite catch up to you. But it does get close enough to release several harpoons, and the harpoons launch at you guys.
Wait a second.
What?
Hang on. No, go ahead. I might have something. I don't know.
Well, one of the harpoons hits you for 19 damage, which does break your threshold
Threshold, yeah.
for damage.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Can I use my fighting style protection?
Absolutely.
Could just impose disadvantage on it.
Yes.
did.
Is that what it is?
I swear to God, this paladin jumps up and swats this thing away
Sword,
while,
just shield
while
it.
riding on it. Oh my God, he does. I got a 7 on the die. All right.
Oh,
So you see this giant tank thing with the wrecking ball turn its giant turrets. It releases several harpoons. Merle kind of calls incoming, and Jorax takes some quick evasive maneuvers and is able to avoid one as you see one pass over you, but then another one is coming dead shot, and Kyron kind of stands up out of his seat, twists, hold up his shield, and slams it away as it crashes into the dirt, quickly falling behind. Chiron, your arm is trembling from the impact that you just absorbed.
could
Your
imagine.
shield is all dented to hell, but you were able to avoid the direct impaling of your vehicle, which you know for sure would have slowed you down significantly.
Oh, and that was my reaction, by the way.
I know. And now we are at the top of the initiative. Or well, we already were at the top of the initiative because that guy goes. Now the net guy is gonna go. He was charging his. Excuse me. Okay, I think I got it. Actually, he goes last. I forgot. I had him go first for ambush, but he's actually at the bottom of the initiative. So it is actually your guys' vehicle. I gotta put things here so I don't forget to actually have them go. The two remaining ones in front of you quickly disengage, and you see them drop these strange objects off to the side as they pass in front of you, and you see these stone balls, spikes he jettisoned from them that erupt in front of them. I need another I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for the ship or the tormentor.
Fuck. It's a 5.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
Can't do it all the time,
Come on.
guys.
That is 24 points of damage.
Oh, no.
As these spike things smash into you, they get caught in your tires and start shooting every direction, and small explosions erupt from underneath your vehicle. And quickly, Merle, you look over, and the engine flares. Fire erupts from the engine and engulfs the entire vehicle for a moment. And you guys all take 10 points of damage.
Fire damage?
Yes, and it is lit on fire right now. If something,
For me, because I'm teaching.
yep, if you guys don't do anything about it, the fire will continue to damage the electrical equipment or the equipment as well as yourselves. What are you going?
Isn't it immune to damage or immune to fire?
You are. They are. You aren't.
No. The vehicle. Vehicle's
Yeah.
immune to fire.
It is,
It
but it
is?
got hit by big giant spike balls. The spike
Yeah.
balls did the damage to the vehicle. It
No,
lit it
no,
on fire. That hurt you.
Okay, that
Does that make?
it sounded like you were saying
Big
like
one.
the fire was hurting the electrical equipment.
Well, I
Oh,
did say that,
yeah.
but that's not
Okay.
mechanically. That's not how you're right. That's not how it's actually
Okay.
working. But the vehicle took damage from the spiky balls, and you guys are
That's
taking
what I was
damage from the
referring
fire.
to.
But
That's
it is damaging. It's gonna keep hurting you guys if you don't do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
An engine flare.
I'll take care of
Yeah, I was gonna kind of leave it to you.
Yeah.
We got a mechanic on board.
All right.
Is it my turn now?
It is now Chiron's turn.
Okay, I am going to. I don't know if this would work with the team, but I was thinking of using Bless on the crew,
Not bad
but I
call.
don't know how that would apply. Huh?
That's not a bad idea.
I just don't know if that can be applied to when Zorax uses his checks when driving,
Why wouldn't
because
it?
it only works on attack rolls, saving throws, and that's it.
Of the creature.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm the one driving this thing, so I would assume, right?
I do think the saving throws count for something at least.
Yeah, but then
For
you're,
us as people.
you're applying this buff to a non-creature, and that's not the case.
Right.
Yeah, but the
I'm not
Bless
saying
doesn't work.
apply.
But like
I'm not saying
the
apply to the torment. I'm saying we personally ourselves roll saving throws for us, not the vehicle.
yes,
I can't do it on the Tormentor. It only affects creatures.
right. I know, and that's what I'm trying to say. It will benefit you guys, but it won't benefit anything that is
Involving the Tormentor.
involving the Tormentor. Now, taking actions like attacking with the Tormentor, yes, that'll affect it. But like as far as saving throws on the Tormentor, not so much. Does that make
Okay.
sense? I think that's a happy middle ground.
Yeah.
So all your weapons will get the benefits, but none of the saving throws will on the Tormentor. But your guys
Okay.
will. Get off me. Does it?
Okay, I'm gonna use bless on everyone, and that's my action.
All right. How does that unfold?
From his holy symbol of Bahamut, he 3 little dragons, silhouette dragons, shoot out from it. One lands on the forehead of Chiron, another lands right in the middle of the forehead of Zorax, and another in the same forehead for Merle.
Okay. All right, Zorax. The other two managed to pull away from you. They are gaining ground on you, but you do realize you can see a little bit ways away. You guys are gaining on some of the other vehicles. They're getting well within range of some of your weapons at this point. You were able, fortunately, you were able to escape the first two cheap shots that they gave you, so you are beginning to catch up. But you still have a ways to go.
Metal to the metal.
Yeah, I think it's just
Level
drive
to the
straight.
metal.
I gotta
Alright.
let you guys take care of the ship. I gotta go.
So, I need you. Are you going to take the dash action, or the dodge action, or something else? Are you going to use any of your abilities? I mean,
I'm
once again,
gonna-
you're automatically
hold on.
assumed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
constantly be moving.
Right. So I'm moving 100 feet forward, right? Okay.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Who else is next to, or where are the other drivers? Like very far ahead of me, or
They
like,
have
very
gained
clear out of 120 feet?
the two
or
you
no?
were running into have moved about 100 feet away. You could probably catch back up to them if you dashed. But they are, even if you didn't, they're still within range of the harpoon, and the harpoon weapons and any spells. But they are still at a distance. So without the charge, your rake sights can't reach. Neither can the
Right. I was
flamethrower
gonna
should you use
command
it.
one of the drivers to jump.
Ah!
That's well within range to do that.
Cool. I do that. I look at one of the drivers. I like wave to him real quick. I'm like, hey, oi, and I kind of get his attention. I say, jump.
As Chiron and Merle, you guys are sitting there. Merle's scrambling about with the fire. Chiron is still trying to re-prepare his harpoon, and all you hear is a single reverberating command come from Zorax, and then you hear a thump thump under your vehicle as he runs over a guy who just jumped out of the driver's seat of his thing, and it swerves and crashes into a massive boulder off to the side.
Command is such a good level 1 spell. That's so stupid.
So is bless.
Okay, so you still have a bonus action if you want.
Oh man, I wish command was a bonus action, but no, I don't got anything.
All right, Merle, the entire thing is on fire. What are you gonna do?
Oh man.
I'm gonna try to make it.
All right, I'm going to need man, this says this says dexterity to
Really?
repair it. Is that like for using your hands while the whole thing's trembling and shaking to fix it?
Yeah, pretty much,
Yep.
I think.
Yeah,
That would make
It
sense.
would be a dexterity check then. I was totally thinking like intelligence or something, but no, none of them are. I will
Weird.
tell you
Yeah,
what.
I guess I can.
Because you're an artificer and you are so proficient with your hands, and working equipment, I will let you use intelligence if you choose to use that instead.
I am going to use intelligence.
I'm only allowing that because you're an artificer. Let's make sure we got that
Right.
straight.
Okay.
It is a very, very, because this came out before the artificer anyway, so that would be in
Yeah.
line with that. That makes sense.
21.
There you go.
All right, so you find the source of the fire. Two of those large spike things that you ran over got lodged inside the under of your vehicle. So you kind of crawl around the outside. You cable yourself off to the side like a spacewalk, and you crawl underneath as you're hanging. As this thing is just running and vibrating and shaking and hitting and kicking up dust. Boulders are spewing everywhere from the razor blade tires, and you're able to kind of dislodge them, but you're having trouble dislodging them. So you just have your little your little arcane turret blast the little chunks out of there, and they crumble out, and the flame that they're spewing out falls away with them.
Okay. Do I still have my bonus action?
You do.
Okay, I have my arcane turret fire then, and one of the pilots from the vehicles in front of us.
Okay. At this point, there's only one vehicle in front of you now, because you guys smashed into one, ran over the guy with that fell out of it, and the other guy jumped out voluntarily. So go ahead and give me an attack roll.
He's like, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I gotta jump. He's telling me to move.
It was plus an
What'd you get?
Plus an effect, it's going to be a 29 to hit.
Yes.
Ooh, pretty good. Yeah.
That'll do it.
For 12 force damage, and
Okay.
he's knocked back 5 feet.
So how's the knockback 5
Alright,
feet gonna go?
It's gonna knock him out of the chair. I'm gonna.
So now, okay, but we gotta think, right? So is he still on the vehicle when
Yes.
he's knocked back that 5 feet?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave him on the. Well, I'm gonna give him a dex save to see if he stays on the vehicle. To be honest,
Yeah.
That's fair.
because
That's
it's only 5 feet. If it had been like 10 feet, I probably would have
If
just
he,
said
like,
he's
was,
gone.
Like clearly got blasted off. Yeah.
And he is gonna save. He is now hanging on the front of it as it's swaying back and forth, and it veers off to the side, clearly going the wrong direction. As he's trying to scramble back on top of it. He's hurt pretty bad. You caught him. You caught him right in the back of the chest. The area of his neck area that was just above the seat area. All right. That's anything else, Merle?
You guys played dirty. We played dirty.
I gotta remember to pull these off of here.
I just told a man to jump to his death.
All right.
He probably didn't realize he was going to die, but that's exactly what happened.
So because you didn't dash, the big giant scavenger vehicle with the claw has got up to you now from behind, and its claw reaches out to try to grapple your ship again, or your tormentor again. You see a little guy operating it inside of this like little dome, and he basically looks like he's got a giant fishing reel as he pulls back on it, and he goes like this, and the giant hook does the same thing and lashes out. It's going to be another contested grapple check. You have to beat a 23.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. We're probably gonna get grappled.
Somebody.
here. We definitely got grappled.
So
no.
for clarification,
That was so high.
it doesn't stop you from moving, but you cannot dash while you're grappled, which basically means the slower vehicles can keep up with you, and every round the other vehicles are going to get away.
Right.
Which you're already behind because you chose not to take the dash previously. So he basically throws out this giant hook and grabs a back of your vehicle, and you hear it get as it pulls jerking both the whole vehicle. I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall off. What are we looking at?
I'm
That's what it
picturing
looks like.
Yes! Close enough. It's got the little arm there.
Yeah.
Is that from Mad
remember,
Max?
Everyone has the D4 from Bless.
Yep, you got the D4 from Bless.
What is it again? It's a dexterity.
Yeah, to see if you get forced out from the sudden jerking of being grappled.
Well, you guys are within 10 feet of me, so don't forget to add the.
Oh, you guys get all kinds of bonus. You get Bless, you get Aura, you got it all.
What's your aura?
So,
+5.
oh, well, in that case, 26.
15.
15.
I rolled an 8 and I got a 2 on Bless.
That's fair. I got higher than 20. I don't know.
So
Math is hard.
was the lowest lower than 15?
No.
Okay.
I meet it.
Oh, you made it. Oh, you're good then. All right. So the giant jerk kind of catches you guys off guard as you kind of stumble. You see Merle has got himself latched onto the thing, is dangling from the side of this, trying to climb back up from repairing the damage earlier. Now that it's got you in its grapple, you have a giant. There's like a giant claw underneath it that is going to smash into the vehicle. For a 25, I think that hits, doesn't it? What's your AC? I
Yep.
forget.
Yeah, it hits.
Oh, no. Reaction. Protection.
Mother.
Oh yeah, because it was
fucker.
and it was an attack. Yeah. It's gonna fucking hurt his shield again.
19. Oh, it doesn't do it because you're in motion.
We're in motion.
Oh, son of a. All right, so this giant hook thing comes and freaking Chiron sees it coming. He drops his shield down the back side and it smashes into it and he pries it up to disjoin it from the ship.
Good
Damn
lord.
it. Keep calling it a ship. It's a vehicle.
It's a boat. No, it's not a boat.
it's
It's a
a boat.
car.
Top of the initiative, the one that was way in front of you has gone even farther. They're beginning to pull away. But right now, you guys are pretty far behind everybody else.
Okay.
You need to come up with something to help you take the
Escape?
lead. Yeah, they are. I mean, you can see them. I mean, they're not so far ahead that you can't see them, but they're out of range of most of your weapons at the moment. And you guys are lagging behind, especially with this scavenger having a hold of you.
Right.
They aren't bothering to. Most of them aren't bothering to attack. One of the bigger ones you guys are moving in on is catching up. Up front is kind of falling behind. It turns with giant harpoons and launches it backwards towards you. And tries to catch you in the harpoons. That's gonna miss.
Dang it.
That one's gonna crit.
Ooh.
Oh.
Um.
It is what it is.
Dang it. We're
Can't help that one.
screwed.
Maybe. I mean, it depends on how.
It's like maybe.
There's not much we can do. We're doing what we can. Yeah, I can't really do anything about it. Yeah.
For 29 points of damage.
Oh, no.
And because it's 20 of it is threshold for the mishap.
Yep.
It smashes, these harpoons smash into your vehicle and start pulling chunks out of it. And your weapons begin to malfunction. You do not have access to your harpoons as there is a massive harpoon jamming in the side of it. And it can't be used until it's been repaired.
To be fair, we weren't even much anyway.
Yeah, I really thought you would use the flamethrower with the all the guys on there because the boat, they were all like right in front of you. And sure, they have
demons.
Yeah, they have resistance, but I don't think they have immunity.
I don't know.
And it does a lot of damage. But anyways, yeah, it does 48.
The driver that the
60-foot cone. Anyways, so the harpoon is out of order at this moment. But that did slow that one down, so it is within one movement away. So when you take your next turn, you'll be caught up to it if we choose to pass it. Which it is now Chiron's turn. Chiron.
Okay, so what is holding the hook that's grappled onto us?
It is a giant. You ever play the claw game? It's one of those dangling from like a pickup truck, right? That he can like throw and grapple onto something. So it's basically pulling the end of your vehicle up a little bit, and it's got a hold of it.
Is it
I wonder if I
basically
could-
just a giant metal cable?
Yeah,
I wonder if I could just smite that thing.
you can certainly try.
Give it a shot. Smite through the steel on the cord, I guess.
With less... And the Blade of Bahamut,
Ooh,
two-handed.
making
I mean,
it
you can't
count.
wield your shield. He's just like, "Whew. Here we go.
So what are you doing with your shield?
Yeah. what are you doing with
Because
that?
you're going very fast. Dropping it probably isn't the best idea.
No.
Yeah, you can't just stow it. You had that take a.
I have
an action.
I have the shoulder hook on my pauldron that takes place of my pauldron.
Yeah, but that's still stowing it.
Yeah, I'll let him do it.
All right.
If he hadn't already had that thing, I probably wouldn't have let him pull that. But because he specifically already said he has that, I'm cool with that. But you're right. Technically, that's stowing.
Okay.
Oh man, you really should lose
Ooh.
your shield.
Yeah, maybe.
It's taken some pretty heavy duty damage recently. it's
28 to hit the hook. Or
Yes, the chain.
The bar of the hook.
Yeah.
So that is.
Are you trying to dislodge it, or are you trying to cut it off from its source? Because those are two different tasks.
Yeah.
What is the different? I don't know this technicality in D&D.
Don't even think about it in D&D. If you dislodge it, how is that different than if you just cut the wire?
I'll just cut the wire.
Yeah, I was gonna say cut the wire. You can't do it again.
That's exactly it. But I didn't want to just say that. So
Right.
yeah, if you cut the wire, if you're successful, he can't use it again, which seems to be a big concern. So
That is.
You mentioned the sword can blind, right?
yes.
Yeah, but that only affects creatures.
Yeah.
And
Gonna affect the driver. God,
Yes.
being blind while driving sounds terrible. Oh my god.
yes, but I believe that takes an action for me to do it.
Right. Well,
No, it's a
you already
bonus
cut the thing. Oh, it's a bonus action. Well, that's pretty good.
Well, I
Okay, do that after.
well, let me
Well,
deal with this attack first. Jeez.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use a second level spell slot for smite. So that's 3d8 radiant damage applied added to my 8 points of slashing.
is radiant damage just basically sun damage?
Yeah.
I always think of like a holy energy, but light. Yeah,
Yeah. I guess
that's what
makes
I always envision it as.
sense.
Ooh.
Like basically, you ever have somebody use a mirror and reflect light in your eye? That's radiant damage.
Right.
15 points of radiant damage, so that's a total of 23 points of damage altogether.
You pull out your blade, you imbue it with the holy might of Bahamut, a swirling like dragon shape of energy and courses around it. As you swing and slash into this thing, the dragon bites through the cable and it snaps as your blade cuts through. And the thing kind of stumbles and kind of starts swerving a little bit and falls back a little bit of distance, which now frees Zorax to hit the pedal to the metal.
Ash.
Lever to the metal.
We're
Yes.
doing it.
Yeah, I specifically didn't put pedals in here. They're like the little
Yeah.
where you
Levers
push.
thing?
Yeah, you push two levers forward to go straight, and you pull one to go left and right, and that's kind of what I'm envisioning in my mind, at least.
Sounds like a Gundam.
Old school mech
yeah,
warrior
yeah. All right. Anything else, Chiron?
Blind?
No, not really.
Blind?
Nah. I'm gonna wait till they're right behind us.
All right. It is now
Off that way.
Zorax's turn.
It has a range of 10 feet.
It's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be right up on it. Right up on it. Most of your abilities aren't exactly designed for giant
Yeah, for
racing car thing, infernal machine.
Or is
things.
the blade?
Giant...
All right, Zorax.
Cool.
You can see something very interesting up above. Give me a perception check.
What?
Perception.
I'm going to use my talent here because that was a pretty shitty roll.
Ha!
That's wow, much better. 21.
All right. So as you're watching the field and all the terrain flash by you, in the distance you see an outcropping that you feel like if you can hit it spot on, it may be able to launch you far enough that you might be able to gain some ground on your enemies.
Oh,
But it's a big jump.
how big we talking?
It's probably from this distance. It probably looks like the size of a house. The
It's
problem
less than 100 feet.
the problem is you can't see the other side of it.
And?
Okay, so you have a couple choices here. You
You
can.
mean I have one choice here?
Okay. All right then. Are you going to veer towards this ramp?
Hey guys, we're off-roading for a bit. Hang tight.
You're kind of already
What?
off-roading.
Uh,
Thought we have.
so remember that talk about the nitrous? I'm looking at Merle real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, you know how to do that right now.
I know how to do it.
All right. So
I trust you more than me.
so
I
you.
just push both levers forward.
All right. So you take the dash action and you veer off, heading towards this very thin ramp that's just bare. This thing is just barely big enough for your vehicle, but you can see that if you can hit it just right, you might be able to clear some of the vehicles in front of you and possibly gain quite a bit of ground.
This is
Assuming
almost the
it doesn't
movie-
kill you. What's that?
Assuming it
This is-
doesn't kill me.
This is kind of reminding me of the movie Sahara. Only circumstances different, but in terms of the level of stunts, this is kind of similar.
Reminds me of Death Race, the Vin Diesel movie.
It's not Vin Diesel in Death Race.
Is not Death.
It
it's
is
not Vin
Jason
Diesel?
Statham. Nice
Oh,
try
it's
though.
Jason Statham. Okay.
No,
Actually,
the remake was Jason Statham. The
Oh,
original
yeah.
was David Carradine.
Oh.
actually, technically, if you want to know what this is like, it's like Death Race Fury Road, which is some of the rules that I'm using. So, which we will be covering on the
Oh,
show
man.
at some point soon. So,
Nice.
anyways, you veer off to the road, and you spot something unfortunate at the top of this object. There are some
Uh-oh.
creatures at the top. One holding what looks like a staff, and he is pointing over down, and you see him. It's a demon of sorts, but you're rushing. It's so far away you can't tell. But he appears to be attacking some of the vehicles. Off in the distance, you can actually see a strike of lightning and a pillar of smoke, and one of the vehicles veer off. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Well, here's the thing. Is this thing a medium creature?
It is. I mean, you
We're
haven't.
gonna
You have.
bulldoze right through it.
Yeah, you haven't made it there yet. You'll make it there in the next round. But yeah, it's a medium. Couple demons. It's actually more than one, but you only see the one at the top, and they appear to be ambushing the outriders. Think about those creatures that are shooting at people during the pod racing. The in Star Wars.
Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, the Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders.
Very
Yeah.
much. I didn't steal it from that at all. All right.
No, but
We'll
what
just run
he
over
did,
these things. It's fine.
All right. So you chose to drive that direction, Merle.
Absolutely.
Okay, is there any repairs I need to make?
I mean, there's the harpoon.
The harpoon's broken.
Eh,
Meh.
man.
Okay. Well, what would you like to do then? You've got some that are a couple of the vehicles are
Turbo
behind.
boost.
There's a couple vehicles behind you. You see your buddy Zorax has asked about the turbo boosting, and you are. It is your turn.
I could
First
try.
off, Arcane Chart, one of the drivers behind us.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Let me check the. I wish I had more of this on just one page. Not gonna do it.
That's fine. And I'm going to try to attempt to nitrous oxide boost by bringing a second level spell slot.
There we
If
go.
that's gonna work, I have no idea.
I just imagine Merle like looking at his hand, looking at the engine, looks at his hand again, and he's like, ah.
So,
He's very broad readily.
Merle,
What's gonna happen? This is experimenting to him. He's all for it.
Merle, you know that you would have to release this at the perfect time, just as it hits the edge of the ramp. So you will have to ready your action.
All
Are you cool with that?
Here goes nothing.
All right.
I grab a charge off my bandolier, ready to swing it down onto the engine.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So several of the vehicles are twisting and turning. They're doing more of the racing aspect now. They're less interested in you as they begin to start to pull away. But there is one that takes aim at you with another out in front. It's one of the littler vehicles that that look like motorcycles, and it has the green little turret on the front. And you see it crackling. Its energy is kind of crackling and pointing towards you, but it doesn't. It doesn't shoot.
Doesn't shoot.
Nope. It charges it.
I love driving RPGs.
All right, so several collection of harpoons launch towards your ship from the vehicles behind you. Two of them miss, but two do come in and do strike it. Is anybody doing anything to prevent this?
Reaction protection.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, one is gonna hit. As freaking Chiron is up there. Wait. You're not wearing your shield.
You'd have to jump down from
Nope.
your cock.
Cause you stowed it away, so you
Stowed
could
it on my shoulder.
Yeah, but you can't draw it as a reaction. You have to be wielding it, and you chose to attack with two hands, if I'm not mistaken. With
I
your
thought
smite,
it would
Still
be-
two-handing.
were you not doing that?
Hang on.
Is there a feature on your shield that lets you draw?
I must
it?
be wielding a shield.
Yeah, I know that's what that
Yeah.
says. Did you have an ability other than that?
It was the talent extra fighting style protection.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
it,
but
that.
that's still you still need the shield, and you stowed it away specifically to swing with two hands. So, I gave you the stow, but you're not gonna draw it as a reaction to block something. So they both still do hit.
Can't win them all.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So your ship takes 22 points of damage. Now,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I think that's gonna be another mishap.
I think we don't have the car anymore.
Did it take you to 0?
That's 60. That's over 60. If we mishap 3 times, that's it.
You did.
Ah.
All right.
Oh,
So
no.
as you guys are approaching
This is
this
like a-
ramp, what?
This should be our second mishap, not our third.
No, you had the engine flare. You have the
and then
broken
the
gun.
Broken harpoon. Yep. So this would be our third.
Which I'll be engine flare though, so
I think we had a damage threshold.
You do. It's 20.
No,
No, our
damage
damage
threshold. Damage threshold 10. Mishap threshold 20.
Okay, so
the attacks
you
don't
have
happen simultaneously, right? So
so the damage threshold, all that is if the damage doesn't equal that, you take no damage at all. That's it.
Right.
Right.
It has to exceed that to inflict damage.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know which yours
that's right.
is. Yours is your damage
Ours is
threshold's 10, and your mishap's 20. So the 10 damage is if I do less than that, then it doesn't do it at all. It's just superficial. And then the
Right.
mishap, something bad happens when it's a lot of damage. And that crit did definitely put you guys down a little far. So, your vehicle explodes, flips over, falls, doesn't explode. Your vehicle, the harpoons smash into it. They pull taut. It flips over end, slides to a dead stop. And all of you that are unsecured, must succeed a DC 20 strength saving throw or be thrown off.
Ah,
I'm sorry. DC 20 strength saving throw, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Well, this
You have
vehicle is
blessed.
flipping end over
yeah,
end.
yeah. I'm just like,
you have
oh,
blessed. And I'm right next to you.
Mine would override yours. I'm sorry.
Why you just say how secure?
So it's just right. Here I go. Oh, I made it.
Listen, you,
I got a 25.
listen, you said how secure.
Oh, I'm sorry. 20. Yeah, 25. What?
I said
Didn't
nothing.
Justin say how secure earlier?
You did. Yeah, I did that as flavor, but since I said that, I'll totally give that to you. I'll give, yeah.
That's why.
I would say we'll give you advantage on that because it could still come apart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a whole vehicle
Yeah,
flipping over.
end over end at a
you
very
could
high
have
velocity.
your seatbelt on, but does it matter to a certain extent?
Some people get tossed out of those seatbelts.
They do.
13.
Where
Aye.
is this other die at? I don't know.
So I rolled
I-
a 17.
Okay.
I have a 26. I don't know if I said that already. Or I'm sorry, 25. 25.
Okay. And then what did Zorax or Merle get?
I roll a 13,
Whew.
and I can't flash genius my way out of this.
So as the tautness from these harpoons jam into this, they pull it tight. It starts flipping end over end, smashing, bumping, trembling, rumbling, everything. Parts are flying everywhere. Chunks are going everywhere. Zorax, you grab onto the lever with all your might, so that you can't fall out. But unfortunately, Merle and Chiron are tossed out and take.
Probably a
3d6. It's only 3d6 damage. It's not.
Oh,
that much.
that's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
It's 3d6.
Was it probably just like bludgeoning damage or something?
Yeah. 5, 10, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. As you guys skitter to a stop.
We survived a car crash pretty easily. Pretty
Well,
devastating.
you're superheroes, people. Come on now.
I mean, yeah, but it's still just like, damn, wow, we.
A
okay.
commenter has 4 hit points, and I just did 3d6 damage, so they would most likely
Yeah, I
just
guess
die.
they would be like completely null. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it tips over end. You guys slide up as it goes up the top of the ramp and just falls over the edge that you were driving towards with a loud. You guys are able to kind of get yourselves together and make sure all your bits and pieces are intact, and the vehicles that were chasing you pull up behind you. And they get out, and they don't really say nothing to you. They just kind of sit and wait. With some loud rumbling and dust in the distance, you see all the rest of the vehicles come and swirl around you, and then Jazgomal goes, "Ha! I win. But it's no longer worth 1,000 soul coins. Ha! I always win. But the vehicle doesn't always. Maybe we should consider different rules, I think. But
Well, let's be real here. Thorax here took a calculated risk. He is bad at math.
I got
Man,
it.
I had a good time. Okay, it was fun while it lasted.
I have to
Also,
say,
if you guys totally want like another recruit, I might be looking for another job.
To be real here, considering that we never done this before and that we were outnumbered, I think we actually did okay.
Oh,
I disagree, but all right. I think so.
oh yeah, about your one guy. Sorry about him. He jumped to his death. I don't know if you knew him.
I'll find another one. I always do, I think. All right, guys. Well, here's the deal. We won the race. So your vehicle is ours. Do you still need a lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 2 soul coins.
I think we got 2 actually.
I believe so, yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
one left.
No,
We got one
yeah,
left
none.
after that. So
No,
We
you.
have
I think
none
you.
left.
I think you used one for the vehicle, didn't you?
Yeah, we used one.
He
for the
says.
vehicle.
Actually, he goes.
right.
How many soul coins you got?
We got a whopping 2.
2 soul coins, and we will take you to your destination.
I mean,
Now, all things considered, not a bad deal.
yeah.
All right,
Like,
just sign this contract. He busts out a
Always-
contract.
Always the damn.
I read it.
He basically he wrote it flares to life with infernal writing, and it basically says ride for 2 soul pieces to your destination within reason.
Oh, I like how it says within reason.
I pass it over to Zorax. Here, you sign it.
I can't
Whoa,
read the
whoa, whoa,
damn
whoa,
thing. I can't even write my name in Infernal.
Yeah, you can. You can read contracts. That's part of how the magic for contracts work.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't have to do that. Right. It just kind of works.
It's because of magic
Damn it.
contracts, yeah. So who?
Ah.
I will
Whoa,
read the contract. I will read the contract carefully.
Give me an insight check.
Consider investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's going to be a 13, 20.
You can't find any flaws in its wording other than the little bit of open-endedness of within reason.
All right, I got one question. What's this part, in reason part means kind of vague.
Well, I don't know the name of the place you want to go, and I don't want you driving an alternation to get you there. So, if I get sick of it, I drop you off.
I mean, that's kind of fair, honestly. He's kind of giving us a lift, guys.
It's that, or we just kill you and be done with it and take your coins anyway.
Okay.
Nah,
All right.
I looked
Wait,
at
wait,
both
wait.
them real quick. I'm signing, right?
What?
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Just sign. How do I do this?
Uh,
Handprint, blood.
You
Signature.
bite finger, bleed, and sign. You can do this. Raw. Now. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I just pull out my longsword real quick. I unsheath a little bit, and I just run my thumb across it and just go. There you go. I don't even write a name. It's just a long streak because I just don't care.
Excellent. And he wraps it up. They spend a couple days fixing their equipment with Merle Bronson's help. You guys will get your full rest and all that stuff back.
Oh, wow.
While you're
Okay.
well, for
Long rest or
clarification,
short
it
rest?
would be a long rest. It's gonna take them a few days to fix the equipment y'all broke.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be hanging out
I
with
apologize.
you're gonna hang out with these devils for a little bit, maybe get to know them. They're gonna give you a lift directly to the
Scab of
location you
Avernus.
want. Yep. And as soon as I find this little text, we will sign off with a good little reading of what you see. If I can find it, because I don't remember which chapter it was in. Don't you hate
For
that?
the record, Merle's having a blast on these equipment.
He might be playing with a bunch of devils, but hey, man, he's playing with a bunch of devils with a good attitude.
That's true.
Working on giant machines. You can be dead, and you can be
That's all
evil,
he
but you can still find common ground.
So as you guys are riding with Jazgomal and his second in
Hell yeah.
command, Oromug,
Uramug.
at the desolate terrain with bones and all kinds of weird jagged shapes as you're passing through the red sky. This red energy starts pulsing out of this massive, great, disgusting kind of scab the size of a large hill rising up from what looks like a stinking swamp of blood. The domed top of an alabaster temple pokes through the scab. Many black iron chains of Avernus converge on the building, attaching within the grotesque mound. And that's
Okay.
where we'll end for tonight.
Fair.
Oh, we didn't die. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We lost our own
I was
transportation.
You lost your
Oh,
what?
we lost our. Oh, transportation. Yeah, we did kind of lose that.
Yeah.
Get one
We
of
can
them all.
bug somebody later. It's fine.
I really just expect you to say no and try to drive off.
Hell no! I wanted to race. I'm the driver.
You did pretty good.
We needed soul coins.
Yeah.
We needed the soul coins.
Now you have none.
Yeah.
And you lost somebody else's vehicle. That won't come back to haunt you at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we got
right.
your- So I call it a win.
When we free him from Zariel, he will thank us. Ideally.
I see Steve joined us. Thanks, Steve. Sorry I missed the Missed all the conversation there. Not paid. I don't pay much attention to that when I'm DMing, but I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I am your Dungeon Master, Total Dumas. Before we close out today, we'll go around the table, tell us who you played, what you liked about the game. Starting with Merle.
I'm Ian Wood, co-host for Crit Academy, and once again, I played Human Artificer, Earl Bronson.
Judging by his silence, he didn't like anything about the game, so we'll just move on. All right.
You guys not hear me?
No.
Yeah, your mic was
Went out.
not being cooperative.
It was lighting up on my end.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that we didn't hear you.
I didn't. I mean,
Once again, I'm Ian Wood, host for Crit Academy, and I played Merle Bronson.
oh no, we heard that, but we didn't hear anything that you liked about the game.
That's why I made a joke that you didn't like anything.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Matt.
Hi, my name is Matthew, and I play Chiron, the Tiefling Paladin of Bahamut. This was an interesting session, doing a death race for Soul Coin, wagered with our own means of transportation.
Very cool. And Austin.
Hi, I'm Austin. I played Zorax, the driver of the group. Apparently, went okay, all things considered. You could say it was a very uphill battle, considering you had to go up on a ramp.
That's terrible, even for you.
I see what you did there.
And my favorite part was definitely Tokyo drifting a lot. It was great.
All right. Once again, I am Total Dumas. I am the host of the Dungeons and Dragons discussion podcast, Crit Academy. We are live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please come and join us. We love talking Dungeons and Dragons and all kinds of good shit. So check us out. Yeah. I think that'll do it. Everyone wave goodbye. See you guys later. Keep your blades sharp and